the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network as qualifying is underway for the Daytona Nights 250, the final race in the round of 16 right here at Daytona. What a better place to have this race at as the 51 of Travis Elliott goes across the line. Elliott up into 11th spot. Right now, Tyler Miller in the 24 on pole position. And I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus. Al Smith will be here shortly, just as soon as he puts down his STD into their little crib, and we'll move on from there. Anthony English in the 44 has found himself in a very unique situation. Wheels to Jesus right there, if you will. We're gonna try and find a good camera angle. You know what? We're just going for it right here. So, Anthony. Yeah. All right, looking good. Looking good. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds making his way down the racetrack and passes the 44, who is soon going to start an OnlyFans page. So Tyler Miller holds on to the top spot. Sean Stevens, Rick Siebrands, Vicente Guerrero, and Daniel Holloway, your top 5 in qualifying right now. Hunter Reynolds on the clock as he starts his timed lap. Les Levy in the 62 making his way around the speedway. The 62 in the Maker's Mark paint scheme across the start-finish line. And Les Levy moves into the top 10, finding himself in 9th spot. So far, our championship contenders, not a dominating performance at the top of the leaderboard. JD Crow does move into 2nd place. So good job for him. Logan Helton in the 63 up there as well. So Miller, Helton, and Crow, along with Rick Siebrands. So 4 out of the 5 top 5 qualifying positions go to our championship contenders. BK Anderson in the 32 getting up to speed. At 32, looking to make it into the round of 8. Logan Helton and Sebastian Marin, the only 2 drivers who are locked in. BK Anderson needs a good qualifying run here to build some momentum to try and win the race here tonight. So the 32, he is on his qualifying lap. Got that car wound up. The Cheerios doing all they can to add some power to the 32. Sebastian Marin qualifying all the way down in 16th spot for the moment. He is already locked in. But one driver who is looking to make some hay while he can, that is Kody Neagles in that 06 as he makes his way out onto the speedway. Neagles comes into tonight's race 18 points above the cutoff line, and so that is well within the danger zone. We'll see if this 06 can make something happen. He has been a fun driver to watch this season. Him and BK Anderson from Limitless making it in to the championship. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, shutting it down as he got his lap in. Crosby inside the top 15. Gabe Butler out on the speedway in the 88. Right now, Gabe Butler living in Franz Ferdinand Beach, Florida. But carries the Ireland flag, and he does love him a good Guinness from time to time. That 88 dropping down below the yellow line, and across that goes and into the top spot. The 88 has pole position over Tyler Miller, not by just a couple of hundredths of a second, but by 3 hundredths of a second. Holy cow. Gabe Butler with a hell of a qualifying lap. Laid that one down and put himself onto pole position. And the 88 puts himself on the map here tonight. Everyone better watch out. Gabe Butler on point. Kody Neagles in 8th place. Sebastian Marin all the way into 21st. But he is already locked in. Here comes the 40 of Peter deBorja. What does the 40 have here in qualifying? The extra life down below the yellow line, across the start-finish line, and deBorja in the 25th spot. Normally he goes for that 4:20.69 lap time, or 69:420 if you will. But here tonight, he went after it and got 25th. So 26 drivers have taken a qualifying time. And we have to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me here in the final race in the round of 16. I am your host. My name is KR, and that's all you need to know. Lights are out on the pace car. They're about ready to fire off from pit road, so let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's race. On the inside of row number 1 from Meteor Racing, that is the 88 of Gabe Butler. Row 2 will be the 24 of Tyler Miller from Flat Out Motorsports. Row number 2 will be the 63 of Logan Helton and the 2 of JD Crow. Row 3 will be Sean Stevens and Rick Siebrands. Row number 4 is going to be none other than Vicente Guerrero and Kody Neagles in the 06. So they're got a good leg up on the competition. Daniel Holloway, Mark Mann finding themselves in row number 5. Row number 6, Zach Workman and Eric Laurie. Row number 7 going to be made up of PK Anderson and Rob Connors, Jim Mayer in the 95, and Les Levy in the 62. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, and Hunter Reynolds for row number 9. Row 10 will be Sean McCarron and Chase Berry, Sebastian Marin, Travis Elliott for row number 11. Jimmy Reynolds, Zach Fritsch in row 12. Row 13 going to be Peter deBorja in the 40 and David Overstreet in the 99. Anthony English, Ernie Williams, row 14. Row 15, Jeremy Funk and Dan Harrington. And that makes up our 30-car field here tonight. So here they come onto the front stretch for the first start in the final race in the round of 16. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. Here we go, the 88, the 24 championship contenders trying to make their name into the round of 8. Side by side in turn number 1, the 88 has the advantage down on the bottom. The 63 at Logan Helton giving him a good hard shove. You better believe that 63 is a man on a mission. He wants to win another race. So far, he has led in that category this season. Most race wins in this season, Logan Helton, and he is looking for another. Helton slicing up to the outside lane. Is he going to lead the first lap? And at the line, it is the 63. So 1 lap in the books. Logan Helton already putting himself on top of that lap category. Gabe Butler in the 88 says, hey, hold on now, Logan. You've already got that race win last week. I need to get in on points or a race win. And so Gabe Butler now back out in front in the 88. Keep your eyes on the 88. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce that Al Smith has made it here tonight. We are currently getting him dressed and ready for the broadcast. So as soon as he is ready, we will pull him in. But Al Smith is here, no one fear. This is going to be a good night of broadcasting because you don't have to listen to just me. So while we wait, do want to give a shout out to Miss Mara. Thank you very much for joining me and saying hello. Miss Michelle, ladies, thank you very, very much for coming. I hope you all stick around for a while, and I hope you all enjoy the show here tonight. Jeremy Funk in the 97 just turned the fastest lap of the race, and Funk right now is running in 30th spot out of 30 race cars. A 46.73 is his fastest lap time. We'll see if that time drops, and I almost can guarantee that it will drop throughout the night. But right now, Jeremy Funk with the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, Snoopy, all that going on. He is celebrating the holidays early, and right now he has fastest lap honors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment and welcome into the booth the illustrious, the vociferous, and the wordsmith himself, Al Smith.
How are you, KR? How is everybody tonight? Sorry I'm about 4 laps late.
It happens. It happens. Hey, somebody said that you were putting your child to bed and things were, you know, gonna come to fruition from there. But yeah.
Just glad to be here for the cutoff race for round number 1 of the playoffs, KR. And well, I brought you an adult beverage.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
For later on. I see you have one already, but hey, how about Helton up at the front of this one? They are 2 and 3 wide, some aggressive move making. And tonight is the cutoff race, KR. I'm sure you probably touched on that. Did not have the earbuds in on the way up the stairs since you broke the elevator.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, Al, we haven't gone through our race info, and for whatever reason, my race info has just gone absolutely ballistic. But we can see the highlights of it. Sebass and Helton have advanced. They picked up the wins in the first 2 races in the round of 16. Now the question is, what is a Hail Mary move that we are going to see here tonight to get someone into the round of 8? Because we have a lot of heavy hitters below the cut line. And Al, keep in mind, our stages are at lap 25 and 50. And only one fast repair available here tonight.
Yeah, just that one backup car. So these drivers gotta be patient, gotta not use that car unless they absolutely have to. And well, KR, sometimes it just happens. And right now you got 30 cars separated by less than 2 seconds here at the early stages of this race here at Daytona. Last week was the bumpy road. The computer took a bumpy road on me last week. I'm hoping, let's knock on some wood, that we've got that issue all figured out.
Do you want to hit me in the head?
No, I don't know what happened last week, but well, we got some thermal paste that came in, and we're running on the cool side. We're monitoring it.
Pit stops.
Oh, we
Call
love
it.
pit stops.
Call it.
Yeah, it was leading in by Helton and a bunch of lace drivers coming down pit road that are in the championship hunt. Helton leading them. Then you got the 88 here as well. Going to come down into their pit stall. Looks like it'll be fuel here. We'll see if there will be any. Looks like fuel only for these drivers to make it here to the lap 25, as you alluded to. That is the end of the stage. In the first 5 cars, all green. If you see the green on the cars, that means they are in that championship hunt. So they got some more drivers getting ready to come down pit road. And Logan Helton led them down pit road. Cars going to lead them off the pit road. He's got quite the gap over Rick Siebrands.
Vicente Guerrero hits pit lane. The 14 machine gets it slowed down. That leaves Sean Stevens, David Overstreet, and JD Crow, who have not made a pit stop. So the 14 carrying us onto pit road. He's going to hit his pit box cleanly. Gets a good stop there. I think this second group has something to say about the first group. Here we go. It's going to come down to this. Vicente Guerrero away cleanly, but can he beat Gabe Butler, Logan Helton, and Zach Workman? in this race off of pit road.
It's going to be interesting to see what can happen here. And you got JD Crew comes in below the cut line. He's the one of the 3 cars that have stayed out, and they're going to stay out once again. So going to be interesting there. Sean McCarron coming up to speed as well. So everybody gets through. But right now your top 3 not looking to come to pit road as of yet here on after 10 laps complete. Just 15 laps to go, KR, in stage number 1. And we go that far. They cannot. I don't believe so. Quick math says they have to come down at least once.
Oh yeah, quick math is solid math in this one. They will have to hit pit road at least once here tonight. Oh, contact with the 99 and the 2. They both hold on to it. Want to give a shout out to YouTube chat. Roger Muth saying only 15 to go. That's just stage 1, Roger. We're just getting started.
Well, you know, Roger doesn't know how to do the quick math. He's good at it.
He's good at math. So he wouldn't understand the quick math philosophy.
No. He'd probably get mad at us if he knew we were doing quick math.
Right? Well, but that's the beauty of quick math. It's quick math. It's not good math.
Right. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on there, though. That's not for me and KR. That's for these drivers out here week in, week out, putting on a good show here as we watch them work around the Daytona International Speedway. And right now, the battle for your race lead, well, it's not the battle for the race lead, but they are stacked up 2 by 2, being led by Dan Holloway in that Hershey Kisses number 21. Now I'm waiting for those commercials to come on the TV there, KR, where they, the Hershey Kisses, where they're ringing the bells. That's when you know it's holiday season.
It is the holiday season. It's been a while since I've seen that commercial.
Well, you don't watch much TV.
No, I quit paying for cable TV about 2 years ago. So sorry.
I don't blame you.
All right. Well, enough about that. Let's get back to the race. Sean Stevens, David Overstreet, and JD Crow have not hit pit road. Rob Connors in the 00, first car 1 lap down. And I would be very upset with myself if I didn't say hello to Miss Kathy and Miss Tammy, because they have joined in. We haven't said hello to them, so they have already logged in. Miss Kathy and Miss Tammy have said that they are cheering for the 63 of Logan Helton. They want to see him win another one. Speaking of Logan Helton, this has been an outstanding season for Logan. He has picked up more wins than anyone else this season. He is a man on a mission. Could this be the year that the 63 puts it into that championship trophy victory lane thingy, mabob?
It could be. He's having that dream season. Needs to keep the momentum, which he has, with picking up a win here in the round of 16, securing his way into the round of 8, along with Sebastian Marin. But right now, showing the way in the 4th spot as they look to chase down Sean Stevens, JD Crow, and David Overstreet, who still continue to stay out on the racetrack. We have seen this time and time again from these drivers that have stayed out on the racetrack. I feel like we've called that almost every race, at least the ones I have been, where they have been the last to pit road, and they come off of turn number 4, and they are going to stay above that yellow line. So still no chance for the top 3 to come down pit road.
Roger Moose says that 26 driver is just okay. He thinks he'll pick him. Well, right now the 26 leads the drivers who have not hit pit lane. Meanwhile, JD Crow, Sean Stevens, and David Overstreet continue to cycle around down the back stretch. Ooh, big wiggle out of the 00 of Rob Connors and Jeremy Funk in the 97. Those 2 drivers, the 00 and the 97, not on the lead lap. They are waiting for this group of cars to hit pit road, or this group of leaders to hit pit road. And then that will complete the cycle and comes down to who has what win, where, and why. How?
How do you do?
Very good. I'm good tonight. How are you, Al?
I'm very good. Just like these drivers out here trying to put on, well, they're not trying. They always put on a show, KR, here on Monday nights in the OP Premiere Series. That's why it says it right in the name, the Premiere. They put on a great show week in and week out. That's why we have such great followers and great fans that watch the show. The drivers, tune in while they're racing or post-race. The ones that do it during the race, I give them all the credit in the world. I could not do that. I got ADD.
Well, while we have a moment here, we're looking at the drivers battling who have hit pit road as Rick Siebrands slices down to the inside. We go on board with him. Let's take a look at our point standings as they came into tonight's race. Sebastian Barbour and Logan Helton locking themselves into the round of 8. But Hunter Reynolds, Rick Siebrands, Kody Neagles, Peter deBorja, Tyler Miller, and Zach Workman all above the cutoff line. Speaking of Zach Workman, he picked up himself a cool $400 last night in a race put on by Jimmy Crow, and an outstanding job. So Zach Workman maybe has a little bit of extra momentum behind him here tonight.
And his pockets are a little bit heavier as your race leaders come down pit road. Finally, JD Crow, Sean Stevens, and David Overstreet peel off the racing surface and will come down pit road. So that's going to give the race lead to Rick Siebrands, assuming he holds on to it. But he's got the Hall of Famer Jim Mayer working to his extreme outside. They work down through the tri-oval here. So Siebrands is going to be put to the point here with just over 7 laps to go in stage number 1. Remember KR said lap 25, the end of stage. That's the completion of lap 25, and where we will do something. The 14 of Guerrero going to drop out of this pack, something he did not see or like there off of turn number 2. He drops out of that lead pack. He'll fall back to the 06 of Neagles. Here's they are 3 wide. How about the number 1 KR? He's been running that way outside line all night long. Still 3 wide. That's the 1 of Chase Berry in that Toyota Supra.
Chase Berry is finding himself mired deep in the points, a must-win situation. 21 points behind the cutoff, and Chase Berry can pick up the win here tonight and advance into the round of 8, and he's going to do it kind of in the ninja style. We won't talk about him, but all of a sudden checkered flag will come out and he's the winner.
He'll be there. And really 21 points is not that far. I mean, it looks terrible, right? It looks terrible when you put that up on the screen and say 21 points out of making the round of 8. All that is, you come out, win 2 stages, there's 20 points. Now you're only 1 point out. So a lot can happen with these stages here with just 5 laps remaining in stage number 1. So you can gain a lot, you can lose a lot, and everybody knows what's on the line here, as we alluded to. The only ones that really don't have any care to give would be Helton and Marin.
Yeah, they're the only 2 who are locked in, but they still want to pick up the bonus points and that carry over into the next round. So they're not giving up by any means whatsoever. But it is nice to know that you can go and race for the win and not have to worry about what happens if you don't win.
That's not in racers' vocabulary.
Oh no, it is. Racers always want to win.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The don't win, that they don't know what that means.
Yeah, no. Sometimes you get the drivers who look at the big picture and they're like, this spot at this time isn't worth the risk. But when you know you're already like a race ahead of everyone else, that's when you go, I don't care. I can take that risk.
That is very true. There are still 2-3 wide. Workman working the outside of the racetrack. He's got the 91 of Williams pushing that cart through the tri-oval on the outside down here in the turn number 1 and 2. And makes me hold my breath every time they enter that corner. These cars starting to move around, getting those worn tires out. A lot of splashing goes here on lap 10 when they came down pit road. And right now, Zach Workman getting a good push. He's going to drive even with the front row.
Workman in the 19 on the outside lane. 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. The 95, a big wiggle. He settles it in. Jim Mayer holds on to it. Hall of Famer right there. Got it done. But we are coming up on 2 laps to go here in stage number 1.
2 laps to go, and they are 3 wide, 3 rows deep. Oh, hang on to it. Miller off the racetrack, almost into the side of the 91 of Williams. Don't know how they managed to keep it there. Skull Bandit back there as well. That's the 33 at Crosby. He's pushing that middle lane. Here comes Travis Elliott in that 51. As they work down the backstretch, they are still 3 by 3. All the way down in the turn number 3. Siebrands on the bottom. Mayer in the middle. And then it's Workman working the outside to turns 3 and 4 to get the white flag in stage number 1.
Keep your eyes on the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. This is a driver who has a dirt track background. He is in the 3rd lane. He is riding right along the wall. That is where he loves to be. He might make something happen here as he is tucked in behind the 19. This is still anyone's stage to win. The 4 pulls ahead just a little bit through turns 1 and 2. Onto the backstretch they come, Al.
Down the backstretch they come for the final push into this one. Mayer's going to get a half car length advantage over the 4 of Siebrands on the inside lane. He's got that middle, but don't count out Workman. Workman really slices through the outside of the corner. He's got Williams right to the back pocket. Here comes the 88 of Butler. Off for turn number 4, the Yeti staying cool on the bottom. It is Siebrands. He's got a quarter of a car advantage. Here comes the momentum from Mayer. At the line, it looks like it's going to be Siebrands. Yellow is out. Trouble. Big wreck behind them. 2-3 of our championship contenders involved once the yellow flag came out. Hard contact for the 19 of Workman. And I believe that might have been the 24 of Miller making contact. But Rick Siebrands going to pick up stage number 1. And those points ever so important as Siebrands came into tonight 29 points ahead. So that's going to boost him up. Almost, I would say, safe to make it into the round of 8.
Taking a look at the caution that came out, or I'm sorry, at the stage end and the contact that happened, it looked like the 91 and the 24 get into each other. Tyler Miller has a little bit of a wiggle. The 19 involved. The 88 gets a big damage, so Gabe Butler, heavy damage very early on. So Gabe Butler going to have to overcome that somehow. Go on board with the 88. 24 and 19 make contact. Ernie Williams and Gabe Butler, just unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time. Either way, though, stage 1 goes to the 4 of Rick Siebrands.
Rick having a nice, quiet, solid year 2 this season, KR. One of those drivers that seems to always be up there towards the end, but quiet throughout the night. But tonight, going to pick up that first stage win.
So here comes the field on the pit road. Rick Siebrands in the 4, Jim Mayer, Hunter Reynolds, Tyler Miller, your top 4 on the pit lane. Everyone else following suit on the pit road. Once the 4 comes off of pit lane, we'll take a moment and talk to him. Gabe Butler in the 88, is he going to use a fast repair to get out there, or is he going to cycle around this time? Looks like he is going to use not use a fast repair. Hunter Reynolds wins the race off of pit road. Let's go ahead and talk to the driver who wins stage number 1. That is none other than the 4 of Rick Siebrands. Rick, you got your ears on, bud.
Hey, how about that stage win for us?
Holy cow, how'd you pull that off?
I don't know. That was really tremendous job there by Hunter in that low line, man. I was complimenting him to my team just how good of a job he does at keeping the car cool and getting that good energy when you need it, man. And that's going to be the name of the game all night tonight, man. These cars, even the 3rd car in line, is getting hot. So the way these cool off and the humidity that we have out here tonight, it's making these cars pretty challenging to drive.
All right, well, you came into this race 29 points above the cutoff line. You pick up a stage win. Now what is your plan of attack here? You set on kill mode to win everything from here on out, no matter the cost? Or are you going to try and play it safe and get what is brought to you?
Well, I think we're going to try and keep track position here and see if we can't steal maybe another handful of stage points tonight, and then kind of just play it out and see. I mean, this being a cutoff race, KR, you've seen it before and we've experienced it together. It's just, the show hasn't even started yet, man. You are going to see so much desperation later and so many moves that just going to make you scratch your head, and it's going to be exciting. And hopefully we will not be a part of that, and we can bring this thing home for a nice top 5 tonight. That's the goal.
All right, man. Well, you pick up stage number win. Some bonus points already going into your pocket. Got to feel good. So give us a shout out. Thank you. I love yous that you need to give right now.
Again, huge thanks to Hunter for that incredible pushes there on that low line. All the fans at home watching, and sit back, grab the popcorn, because the show hasn't even started yet.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Siebrands from Alliance Motorsports. And I don't know about you, Al, but he's saying the show hasn't started yet, but I'm already out of popcorn.
I'm not running back down to get you more.
Please?
Nope. I'm out of breath. I'm fat and out of breath already.
Well, if you ran down the stairs a few more times, you wouldn't be fat.
Yeah, but I eat half the popcorn by the time I get up here, so it's counterintuitive.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
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 Hey, how about the Skull Bandit? Up at the top?
He is on the top, like top, front row, outside top.
Yeah, that's because there's a Ford Mustang on the inside row. Roger's pick, Hunter Reynolds.
All right, here we go. Green flag is out. The 26, the 33, side by side, a good restart. Everyone getting up through the gearbox. And Al, I don't know about you, but our front row looks pretty stout right now.
It does. I mean, the whole field is stout. Gabe Butler back on the racetrack out there with his number 88s. Managed to stay on the lead lap, did not use that backup car. But he is finding himself some 9 seconds back behind us, and no man's saying no drafting help at all for Gabe Butler. But all eyes at the front of this one right now is Hunter Reynolds getting a good push by the 63 of Logan Helton. Here comes Chase Berry in that number 1. He'll slice to the outside. Good up in front of Jeff Crosby, Jim Mayer there as well. So we got a good mix of drivers in and not in the playoffs. Up there helping themselves, trying to get up there, try to win. Just because you're not in the playoffs, Garrett, that doesn't mean you don't try. There's a lot of point positions that matter as they work here through turns 1 and 2. They work down the back stretch.
Do want to point out that the 88 of Gabe Butler is going to need the help of a well-timed caution to stay on the lead lap. He will lose a lap if this thing goes green from start to finish here in stage number 2. So Gabe Butler hoping for a caution somewhere around lap 38, maybe 38 to lap 40. That's about the time they're going to start swallowing him up. He is already 15 seconds behind the race lead. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, Logan Helton in the 63, Jim Mayer in the 95. Those 3 cars, the first 3 down on the bottom lane. Then we have the 1 of Chase Berry. Keep in mind, that 1 will sneak in some way, somehow. I don't even know when he got to the front of the field.
Well, you said that he would just end up there without us talking that much about him, and he has done so. He works it outside line. A little bit of a bumper tag from the 33 Crosby. Saw that car wiggle through turns 3 and 4, but did not upset the speed. He's going to cross the line in that second position right there as they all chase Hunter Reynolds. Is painting that yellow line right there in the bottom. He's got that all wrapped up down there on the inside lane. Everybody kind of single filing out here, and that kind of is the signal to me, I don't know about to you, that we might be getting close already to seeing some green flag pit stops here. Remember, this second stage a little bit shorter just due to the fact that we're going to race to the end of lap number 50.
That we are. And guys, if you'd like to watch a stream from on board one of these drivers out here, you're welcome to check them out as we have green flag pit stops underway. Chase Berry stays out. Logan Helton hitting pit road. Hunter Reynolds, Daniel Holloway, Jim Mayer all on the pit road. But there you go. You can find it on Twitch or YouTube and pick up some other views of the streams here tonight.
They are working down the backstretch right now. Top 5 cars, top 6, Sebastian Marin inside the top 10 for the first time here tonight. After that round of pit stops, Jimmy Reynolds looks like he got held on pit road, so a speeding penalty for the 17. And now your race leaders are going to peel off another 4 or 5 cars coming to pit road, being led by Marin, who's way down in the inside line. 33 Crosby locks him up to stay out of the backside of the 1 of Chase Berry. Now some slight contact as they enter their pit stalls here on pit road. So very tight quarters on pit road as David Overstreet is your race leader.
Want to point out, Al, you said Jimmy, long time on pit road. That was a 4-tire pit stop for Jimmy Reynolds in the 14. But I think he had a rough go getting on the pit road.
Well, it is possible. I just saw that he was on pit lane for 53 seconds, so just assumed that was that.
You're not wrong in pointing that out, but I do think he had issues getting on the pit road. I'm trying to find it, so if you'll call the race, I'll find out what happened.
All right, top 10 car single filing it out here is the 32 of Anderson, leading it over JD Crow, Overstreet, Guerrero, and Stevens. Your top 5 as they all work off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. The main pack working off the corner. They are 3 wide and really dicing it up as they work underneath the 88 of Butler. Contact between the 63 and the 12 of Fritsch as they all got stacked up behind the 88 of Gabe Butler, who is wounded, working the outside of the racetrack. Now right rear damage to the 63 of Helton.
I am still backing up all my information. Keep in mind, it just vomits everything out, like literally everything.
Everything.
All right, I think I found it. Jimmy Reynolds hitting pit lane here. Here we go. Gonna take a quick look at what happened to the 17. Contact with the 24, Tyler Miller. Locks the brakes up, keeps it off the inside wall. And that is what happened to the 17. Backs it up and gets rolling. But a tough break for Jimmy Reynolds as he entered pit lane there. A little bit of contact with the 24. Had to lock it down. He gets it done and with minimal damage.
Very good, well, slowing it down. Good brakes on that number 17. But tough break to come in. He's the only car one lap down, so if we were to get that quick yellow flag and he not be involved, we would get that free pass. But right now it is BK Anderson up on the front of this one. JD Crow runs in second. Overstreet in that freaky fast. Number 99 running in third. Changed his number on me, KR.
He did. You don't know it, but Checkered Flag Motorsports has been swallowed up by Wreck House Racing.
Oh. This is what happens when I go on hiatus, and I apologize for that. But hey, we are here. We are ready to go. And, well, looking forward to bringing this championship call home with you here on Monday nights, as BK Anderson still shows the way over JD Crow. But I tell you, they are really mixing it up back here with Rick Siebrands just inside the top 10 as he runs in the 9th spot. They are 3 wide, 4 deep as they come through the tri-oval. I think they're the wreck waiting to happen.
Sooner or later, but sometimes that later comes after the checkered flag falls. The 26 surges ahead. Sebastian Marin in the 23, giving him a good shove. Green spoilers, green eyebrows, and green splitters differentiate your championship contenders out on the racetrack. Sean Stevens, Anthony English, David Overstreet did not come down pit road. However, JD Crow, Vicente Guerrero, Zach Workman, and Jeremy Funk all hit pit lane. And here comes the 26 of Hunter Reynolds to work his way by those drivers who just hit pit road. He is up to speed. And there you go. You can see the advantage of coming down pit road as early as you can.
Yeah, but does that set you up? I mean, they all come back down on lap 50 to come back down the pit road. But the drivers that come in a little bit later, as we only have 10 laps to go here in stage number 2, they don't have to take as much fuel at that break. And everybody's on the same page, lap 50. And it's usually around, what, a 45 lap shootout to the end of these events here at Daytona. So it's all real interesting. It's all relative of when you want to come down pit road and what you're comfortable with. Oh, trouble!
Oh,
Neagles sideways.
Zach Workman trying to get that car airborne.
How did he save it?
Not really sure. But that was a heavy contact there. Wow. All right. Well, we keep racing.
I told you that they were just trying. They're going to work around Jimmy Reynolds down here. They're still 3x3. Williams now working the middle side of the racetrack behind the 23 is Sebastian Marin. Remember, Marin and Helton both have wins already in the round of 16. They have punched their ticket to the round of 8, which will begin next week, KR. It's hard to believe that we're already to the first round of the playoffs here for season number 9 for the OP Premier Series.
Yeah, Eric Glory picked up the championship in the Grand National Series 2 weeks ago. Oh, contact!
Williams.
Big trouble! Yellow flag has not come out yet. Now it does fly. And Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91 was completely sideways. And he has shut that car down and heads off for a quick entry onto pit road.
That looked like some nasty net code. I didn't see where there was quite contact there. During a live call of it, at least.
Let's see if we can back this up just a little bit and figure out what happened. Off the front, you can already see the 91 is sideways. As we go on board with Daniel Holloway. And the 91 got sideways, but he was the only one that I really think was completely out of shape.
Yeah, it looks like maybe him and Sean McCara made some contact, and that gave the left cheek to the 63 of Helton. Crosby hard contact. Jim Mayer hard contact with his automobile as well.
Yeah, watching the replay, you can see Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 does take a hard lick into the outside wall. That's nothing he wants to have on his resume for tonight's race. Let's take a look on board with the 33. You see the 99, the 63 get just immediately tossed salad sideways. But they are able to continue, and the 91 did have to shut it down.
Yeah, something happening to Ernie Williams. He has exited the car. It's down on pit road, but I believe that car has been pushed behind pit road. So not sure what happened, but could have been much bigger than what it was. We do have some takers on pit road, though.
That we do. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step away for a minute. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
You wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the green flag has flown once again here in stage number 2. Final 5 laps to settle this one out. Sean Stevens in the 27. Well, he's trying to stretch his fuel as far as he can. Last time he was on pit road was lap 28. Anthony English on the same strategy. Everyone else good to go on fuel. And Al, this could really shake some things up.
It could. Would one of these drivers sputter coming to the white or checkered flag here? They come across stripe. It'll be 4 laps remaining in stage number 2. Remember, at the completion of lap number 50, that unofficial green and white checkered flag will wave. And right now, English and Stevens up on the front of this one. Both laps on pit road, lap 28. Can they make it? That's 23 laps they'll have to go on a tank of fuel. I don't know if they can do it. KR, did they save enough during that yellow flag to make it the distance? We are going to find out.
I think one caution flag and they are good to go. The 27 of Sean Stevens might be able to make it if he was saving fuel from the get-go. It'll be tough to see. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 leads all the championship contenders. Rick Siebrands, our stage 1 winner, and Sebastian Marin, who has picked up the race win in this round of 16 already. They are your following championship contenders. But Chase Berry in the 1 finds himself in 6th. Peter deBorja 9th. Zach Fritsch 10th. Tyler Miller in 13th spot. Kody Neagles at 06 falling to 15th. Vicente Guerrero and Logan Helton in 17th and 18th spot. Then BK Anderson, Gabe Butler, Zach Workman, and JD Crow bringing up the tail end of this field for our championship contenders. And Gabe Butler in the 88, I think he had to burn a fast repair to get that car fixed. It was looking close for him, but I think when the caution flags came out, he maybe could have been all right.
Going to be interesting to see here. Just 1.5 laps to go. One checkup line on the outside. That was a 95 of Mayer. He hit the hooks down the backstretch, lost some momentum. Sean McCarroll working the outside. Here comes Zach Fritsch to his aid as they are looking to go 3 wide. This time by the white silk will fly in stage number 2. Oh, some cars coming down pit road. One car out of shape. That's going to Chase Berry.
Here we go. Final lap. Sean Stevens hit pit road. That one was wild. Anthony English, Hunter Reynolds now side by side. The 26 has the advantage on the inside lane. Rick Siebrands in the 4, your stage 1 winner. Gonna try and bring this one into a sweep, but he has to figure out how to get around the 26, the 44, and the 23. I think the 4 is trapped where he is. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 likes his chances, but here comes a 12 of Zach Fritsch. He has Sean McCarroll on his back bumper. Here they come to the line, and it is going to be the 26 of Hunter Reynolds getting it done for stage number 2.
And that will unofficially lock in Hunter Reynolds to the round of 8. Taking one of those coveted point positions. I believe Siebrands will be safe as well, KR. Just doing the quick math here, as long as the math system is what I think it is.
Did you carry the 4?
I did. And then I subtracted 2 to the ear of corn.
Oh.
Isn't that common core?
It's, yes, should be fine.
Okay.
All right, so the yellow flag has flown for stage number 2, and Hunter Reynolds picks up the win. Pace car waiting to pick up the rest of the field. Rick Siebrands finishing 2nd. So Rick doing a great job winning stage number 1, finishing 2nd in stage number 2. He's going to have a good points haul in stages. Now he just needs to finish it out and be in that final 8 drivers to make it into the round of 8.
Yeah,
I'd like to introduce myself as myself.
You would?
Welcome to the Department of Redundancy. Holy cow.
KR, did you take your medicine today?
No. Kind of my problem. Did not.
All right. Well, hey, at least you're honest.
I'm sorry.
I won't tell nobody.
We can edit out live TV.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, here they come down pit road. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds on the pit lane. The 4 Rick Siebrands following suit. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Where's Alan? I haven't heard a word from Alan yet tonight. Al, while you were gone, Alan was my sparring partner.
Well, I think what happened is you threatened I was coming back, and Alan doesn't like me, so that was the end of that.
Oh, well.
I don't know. Maybe.
Zach Fritsch just came off pit road way too fast.
He was only in his pit box for 5.43 seconds, so fuel only for the 12 of Fritz. That's his 5th pit stop of the night, though. If you're keeping track.
I don't know, but let's talk to our stage winner. That is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. And give me just a moment. Here we go. Oh, yes.
Oh. Whoops.
Oops.
Whoops.
Al, take it away.
Yes. Hey, my fellow Ford driver up there. 2 stage wins here tonight. I did the quick math. I think you're locked into the round of 8. Can you finish this one off here tonight with that W?
I sure hope so. We have a really fast 26 Ford Mustang tonight. Crew put me together an absolute stellar car. These things are kind of handling weird tonight. I'm not gonna lie, everyone's kind of jumping around and not taking pushes well, and kind of heating up pretty quick. So we're having to be a bunch of wheelmen down here on these things. But other than that, yeah, been a pretty good race so far. Thanks Mr. Rick for pushing me to the stage. I got him the first stage win, so that was cool as well. And hopefully we can stay hooked up with Sebass and get Dad up here and have a good second half.
It's been a very, very aggressive race so far. We see a lot of the moves being aggressive. What's it going to take here to finish here as we see the lights go out? What's it going to take to end up in that victory circle here in about 46 laps?
Yeah, so for sure it's going to take patience, but down here there's not really a lot of it going around. So mainly just survival and putting yourself in the right spot at the right time. I like to keep my nose out front, so that's hopefully what I'm going to try to do the rest of the race, but it's going to be staying out of the wrecks and making the moves and having your teammates right behind you.
Well, we're going to be watching here. We got a shout out here one last time before we let you get back into the business side of this as you strap in, pull his belt tight one more time.
Yeah, but I'd like to shout out all the boys at FSR, Sebass, my dad, Dustin, Josh. Appreciate them. Thanks, Mr. Rick, for pushing me to that stage win right there. I'd like to thank you guys up in the booth for putting this thing on for us. Like to thank family and friends watching. Shout out Kendra Trent, rest of the family. Appreciate y'all, and thanks to everybody else watching, checking out the broadcast. Appreciate y'all too.
There you go. That's Hunter Reynolds, your stage 2 winner, KR, with that Ford Mustang, and he said it was fast, like I've been trying to tell you all season long.
I don't believe you. A Ford Mustang is never fast. It just wants to run over people.
Well, Mustangs are very big animals.
No, they're not. All right, here we go. Your stage 2 winner, Hunter Reynolds, on the outside of the front row. Zach Fritsch on the inside. Sebastian Marin, BK Anderson, row number 2. Green flag is out. We are back underway. And this is the final sprint to the end of the final race in the round of 16. Who advances into the round of 8? I don't know. We gotta watch the rest of the race.
I think there's 4 that we can say that we know for a fact, right, KR? There's the 2 that have won already, Logan Helton and Sebastian Marin.
Correct. Yes.
Those 2 are in.
Yes.
Hunter Reynolds came in 29 points ahead of the cut line, has won both stages, so that puts him to at least 49 points ahead of the cut line.
Rick Siebrands won stage 1.
Oh, Rick's. No, Hunter Reynolds won both.
No.
No?
No.
All right, same difference. Oh, trouble.
Oh! Oh, Chase Berry, Tyler Miller. They did.
Gabe Butler involved again.
Oh, that
hopefully
sucks for
he
Gabe.
did not use his other car already,
He did.
and that is going to be trouble.
OMG. Tough break for Gabe Butler. That 88 already on pit road. Al. Ooh, I messed up.
That was a big one. We did talk to Hunter during that stage 2 break, and he said that the energy and the aggression was going to ramp up, and boy, was he right.
Tyler Miller, Chase Berry make contact. Gabe Butler in the 88 goes spinning down to the infield, and Gabe Butler, who came in below the cutoff line, had to have some help here tonight, and it has been anything but that. The 88 getting smacked sideways on the pit road here under this yellow. Take another look at this from up front. Rob Connors in the 00. Here they come off of turn number 4. Contact with the 24 and the 1. And Gabe Butler just gets suckered in. Chase Berry not doing any better, but you know, Gabe Butler here this has not been the race the 88 wants to have.
It has not been. And KR, report from pit road is he just got into the backup car, so he had not used it as of yet. Just got into it.
Well, that is very good news for everyone who is a fan of the 88. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 comes off of pit road first. Zach Fritsch, Logan Helton, BK Anderson, and Zach Workman round out your top 5, with Rick Siebrands in 6th. That is all championship contenders. Sebastian Marin, who is already locked in, finds himself in 9th. Al?
Yes.
All right, listen. If you were in Vegas and you had to put money on a driver, could you do it?
I don't think so. They're all too good.
I'm with you. I could not do it either. I have no idea what driver is going to make it in, because you can't say Logan Helton or Sebastian Marin. They're already in. So if you had to put money on drivers who are going to make it in with the win here tonight, who would it be? I got nothing. Like,
they have to win. Is that
I
what the rule of this game is?
Put 50 cents down on this bet, because I have no idea.
You're saying the rule is they have to win to make it in tonight.
I think some of them do.
Not pointed, right? Not pointed in.
Well, yes, there are drivers who have to win tonight, and I think the drivers who have to win tonight are in the mix. My whole point is, I wouldn't even spend 50 cents on guessing who the top 8 are, because I would lose that 50 cents.
Well, yeah, well, and we all know how us racers don't have money to throw around anyways.
No, I need tires. I'm poor. I'm broke. Send me thousands of dollars. Did I say that out loud?
It's your ad campaign, KR. You got to talk yourself up a little bit, don't you?
I once won a race that was a feature, not a heat race.
Well, that is good.
It's not about me. Let's make it about the 26, the 12, the 63, the 19, the 4. All of those guys, championship contenders in the top 5. And only one of those in the top 5 can breathe air clearly And that's the 63 of Logan Helton.
Yes. Well, I'm still going to say that the 4 and the 26 are fairly okay. I think
Fairly
those are
okay.
the 4. I think they're fairly okay on points. I think that they've locked themselves in with their stages, especially with the stage wins. But hey, you never know till the fat lady sings at the end of it, and I'm getting tuned up. So green flag is back out here. Lap 59 started. They work up through the gearboxes here. We're back underway for the cutoff race for the round of 16. 8 drivers will just become, well, field fillers and lose their hope of making the championship round of 4 in what will be another 4 weeks time. As they get up through the gears, here they come. Zach Fritsch working the outside. He's got Zach Workman working there. So it is the Z squared outside lane, and they have got the number 62 of Mr. Les Levy. He is working up there, and it's a little bit tilted. The tilted kale. Is that what's on that number 62?
I think that's... No,
Yeah,
the 62
no.
on my screen is Maker's Mark.
Yeah, that's what it says. I got excited for a minute.
And then I got worried because I was like, no, Tilted Kilt is the 99.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, yep. Anyway,
Folks, this is why we make the big bucks, because we have no idea what's going on.
it's like, whose line is it anywhere?
And the points don't really...
Well, they do. The points do matter, though.
Not, well, yeah. Okay. Zach Fritsch in the 12, getting passed by the 19 of Zach Workman on the outside. Workman in the 19, Zach Fritsch in the 12. These two drivers have had to come from further behind than where they would usually like to start. At 12 of Zach Fritsch. So far, Alan Fritsch has been very silent in YouTube chat. Hope everything's okay with him, because normally that is my sparring partner and he's not here tonight. So I don't know if he's cheering for Zach or if he's giving up hope on it.
I don't know, but right now, Zach would be into the round of 8 if the checker flag were to fall right now. Zach came in well below the cutoff line, so I think you're right, KR. He's one of those drivers that needs to win in order to keep his championship hopes alive. And as we say that, Hunter Reynolds is going to swing to the outside, needs to keep that nose there to the outside to stay cool. We heard that they are overheating. The cars seem a little bit twitchy here tonight. And everything is on the line here at Daytona. As they all work through here, Zach Fritsch right to the back bumper of Reynolds. A little bit of a bump there. See, they get a little sideways. Already keeps it under control here as they work down the backstretch, closing in on the 35 laps to go.
Started 30 race cars here tonight. Ernie Williams Jr., the only car out of the race. He dropped out on lap 42 after that big incident coming to the end of stage number 2. Everyone else still out there charging hard. Everyone else still on the lead lap. Right now, last car on that lead lap, that is Rob Connors in the 00. He brings up the tail end of this field. So Connors tucked in behind a damaged 04 Mark Mann. Oh, Miss Mara, I don't know, but Mark Mann looks like he needs some help.
Could be holding on to that backup car in the pits, KR, to that final pit stop. I believe everybody just needs one more pit stop to make it from this point. That would be the money stop. I don't know if we're done seeing that yellow rag be thrown though. These drivers are racing very, very hard.
Man, I'll tell you what, everyone out there is acting like this is the last race in the round of 16. Maybe because it is.
It is a possibility. What survey says?
Yep. Yes?
Yes. But it's been a good race so far. The first two stages, I would call them intense but uneventful as far as carnage goes. And that usually bodes well. There's always usually that one stage where, well, the wheels fall off. So far.
Yeah, usually stage 3.
Sometimes. What a good race here. Chase Berry working the outside. He's trying the outside line down the backstretch. He is going to catch up to Les Levy, who's out there as well. So two cars trying to make that outside line work, and they are every which way but sideways, almost scraping the outside retaining wall. As your top two cars stay single file off turn number 4.
Les Levy and the 62 makers mark did tag the wall coming off of turn number 4, but gathered it back in. A slight brush with danger there, but the 12 of Zach Fritsch is the race leader. Hunter Reynolds on his back bumper. Rick Siebrands in the 4 pushing on him. Then it's the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. leading the charge in the outside lane with the 21 of Daniel Holloway.
Giving the kiss to the backside of that Skull Bandit number 33 is Holloway. Here comes the 63 of Helton. He's got some rear end damage to that automobile. That outside line starting to get formed up. Just when I said they were starting to get single file on the bottom, well, we are 2 by 2, about 8 rows deep down here through the tri-oval. As they are all snookered up right there, nose to tail. One car stepping out of line, that's the one of Chase Berry, and he has been playing with that outside line all night long. I'm not sure there's a right side left to that race car with how close he gets to that wall on corner entry.
All 30 race cars who started here tonight, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say all, of the 30 race cars who started here tonight, 29 of them are on the lead lap. The only car out of the race is the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Zach Fritsch in the 12, your race leader. Rob Connors in 29th spot. He's only 2 seconds behind him. So everyone in a very, very tight pack. We worked lap 68 of 100. And Al, we have championship contenders spread all the way throughout this field. So if you're out there on the track, what is your play right now? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking right now, it depends where you are. If you're in the JD Crow's Gabe Butler out there just hanging on to the back side of the top 25, well, maybe you hang out there. You see how hard they're racing up at the front of this one? Maybe you wait to that final pit stop. Maybe you come down as soon as that pit window opens. We saw how beneficial it is to be on pit road first throughout the first 2 stages. Maybe that is a play if you're in the back. Up front, though, I think you can. You're kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't, right, KR? Like if you go to the first car on pit road, are you going to have anybody that follows you other than your teammates, or the people are going to want to try to leave you out to dry? It's one of those things where you've been fast or haven't been fast or haven't been up there mixing it up front. Depends on when you're going to make those moves here as we come off the turn number 4. I'm impressed with the 1 of Chase Berry. He has been making some moves. He is inside the top 10, and he has been making the moves by himself on that outside line. As now he sucks in there behind the 63 of Logan Helton. But that number 1 trying to get it done here tonight. One of those drivers, Kara, that you said has to win to make it into the round of 8.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying the show, please let the drivers know by hitting a thumbs up. Please let them know that you are cheering for them by typing into YouTube chat. Me and Al, we're here for fun, but you guys, you're here because you want to root for your driver. Well, we need to know who that is. We need to see your appreciation. because, well, frankly, I'm in my basement, Al's in his basement, and we can't see it unless you interact. So let us know how it's going. Tell me who your favorite driver is here to win this race tonight, because we are getting ready to wrap up the final race in the round of 16. Only 8 drivers are going to continue in the championship playoffs, and you cheering loudly for your driver may make the difference.
Definitely, man. They get those notifications. They'll read that if they're watching live. If not, they'll come back and watch, and they'll try even harder next week. And I tell you right there, that's 21 of Holloway had his hands full that last time off the corner. Now everybody's trying to get single file care. That is kind of my, I think, the sign that we're going to start seeing some green flag pit stops coming here on lap 71, working lap 72. I don't know if you can make the distance if it stays green at this point.
It's going to be close how it breaks down, but I think we're going to have our fair share of cautions, if you will. Oh, Daniel Holloway from Alliance Motorsports dropped down below the yellow line as we ride on board with Crosby Jr. looking out the back of the 33. He is your race leader, and he is a driver who could win this race here tonight and upset the plans for everybody who is in the championship contention that wants to win this race. But Al, I'm with you. We are at a weird time for how this is going to break down on the pit road.
I feel like you want to at least try to make about 25 laps to go if you can. But I don't know if they can. I mean, they're last on pit road, lap 56. If they come off turn number 4, they are going to stay out. Most of them, looks like everybody will stay off of pit road this time by. These cars, though, starting to move around. We're starting to see the tires get worn out. So what do you do, Care? Do you come in, take 2 tires, and slam it full of Sunoco race fuel? Or do you take the 4 and get that ultimate grip level? That's the part that
you have to
the
take
big
2
question.
tires if it's a green flag pit stop.
Can't afford to take the 4 then.
Can't afford to take the 4 because you're not going to make up that time.
Very true. I don't know. Here they come off turn number 4, and still Crosby showing away. Fritsch in second, Hunter Reynolds third. That's Levy working the outside of the speedway with a 99 of Overstreet. Everybody's staying out here, so we're going to cross the line starting lap 75. Next time by will be 25 laps to go, and I believe that's when that window kind of opens up, KR. That's honestly where I think I would want to start. If I can go a little bit further to get that assurance in case we do get that green, white checkered attempts, you have a little bit of extra gas in the tank. But I don't know, maybe we might see some takers this time by off of turn number 4. Time will tell as they work through turns 3 and 4.
Last on pit road, lap 56 for Jeff Crosby Jr. We are working lap 74. Keep in mind that there was a few caution laps, so I think everyone is going to try and run this tank as far as they can. And I don't know, Al, because you almost have to make 2 pit stops from here. But if you can run it as far as you can and maybe catch a caution, of course, everyone's on the same strategy as you are right now. But who wants to blink first? There you go. Who wants to blink first?
Yeah, who's going to be the Huckleberry off of turn number 4 to see who comes down? It looks like
there
the inside
we
line. Everybody but Sebastian Marin and Elliott, and this is going to get wild coming to pit road. Everybody slamming on the binders and doing a great job of staying off each other. And what is chaos down on pit road?
Sebastian Marin, Travis Elliott, Sean McCara, they stay out. Zach Workman, JD Crow, Gabe Butler, and Eric Laurie also stay out. Everyone else hit pit lane that time around. So there you go. Who blinked first? Well, 90% of the field.
It's a good chunk of it, at least. Sean McCara running there in the third spot. We'll see if they come down pit road this time. I don't think you want to stay out too long after that group. Now, here they come. Zach Workman, JD Crow, Gabe Butler also coming down pit road. So everybody's going to cycle through. And I believe they should all merge right back up as everybody working up down the backstretch. It is still the 33 of Jeff Crosby showing the way over Logan Helton, Fritsch, and Hunter Reynolds. So getting up to speed, everybody on pit road getting in and out. It's going to be a tight merger here. We're going to see what happens. We might have a shakeup up front here with 23 laps to go.
Everyone's still going to have to make one more pit stop. So there you have it, Al. We are one stop away from this race being done and over with. And it was a big moment when they hit pit lane, because here comes the 33 of Crosby Jr. He has the momentum, and he might be able to take over the race lead.
Chase Berry's on pit road and has been down there for a long time. Wonder what happened to the one. It looks like maybe the team is packing up the pit stall down there. Don't see a lot of activity around the one of Berry.
That is not a good sign for the one of Chase Berry. Final race, he was in one of those must-win situations. As the 33 of Jeff Crosby leads his field across the start-finish line. He is your race leader, and it does look like things are over with for the one of Chase Berry.
Yeah, he is officially out of tonight's race here, so something going awry on that pit stops, but all eyes are up at the front of this one. The 33 of Crosby showing the way. Helton working the outside. Zach Fritsch and Hunter Reynolds making up the second row there. Dan Holloway and Jim Mayer. They are the top three cars running wheel to wheel through turns 3 and 4. And looking at those times, not sure if anybody really took tires there, Karen. I'm assuming probably, like you said, right sides only. But does that really change the balance, though?
You got to take a full tank of fuel, and that gives you plenty of time to take right side tires. And almost everyone looking at that strategy. And the balance here isn't that big of a deal at Daytona. Now, they did talk about the track being a little bit hotter, a little bit slicker, so just a little bit maybe going into how you pick left sides versus right sides. But overall, everyone only making a 2-tire stop and a full tank of fuel. They're going to have to hit pit road one more time, Al. So it comes down to who can hit pit road in the right place at the right time. And do we have one more caution in us here tonight?
Is that strategy play going to be erased with a yellow flag at any point from this point forward? It could happen, as they are still 2-2 here for second place. Crosby still showing the way. Now a great push down the backstretch. Here comes new race leader, the 63 of Helton. He'll get pushed to the front and drops right down to the bottom side of the racetrack. How about Anthony English in that 44? He's been up front. He's been a player, and now he's in the right spot here to maybe play spoiler here tonight, just like Jeff Crosby would like to be. 19 circuits left to go, and I say we're in the center of the storm right now. The calm of that, the center eye, is that I'm going to say the aggression's going to start ratcheting up here with about 15 laps to go. You're going to see the pushes get harder, the side drafts get a little bit more fierce. We might even see that yellow flag come out once again.
I do have to do a little bit of housekeeping here. Have not stayed on top of the drivers who have set the fastest lap of the race. And right now, As far as I can tell, the fastest lap of the race was set by Ernie Williams Jr. at a 46.48. And he is out of the race, so maybe we'll see someone top that lap time as we have several drivers hit pit road as the fuel window has opened to hit it to the end of our normal scheduled distance. Keep in mind we will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if we need to.
If needed there. So interesting play call right there to see some of these drivers coming down pit road. And a good handful of them are championship hopefuls. So interesting play call. Does that force the hand, in your opinion, to these racers that are up front now? Do they have to come in this time by? It looks like they are going to peel off and do so. So the answer to my own question is yes, KR.
Yes, you brought me popcorn.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. It has a little bit of gear oil on there. It's not butter.
Adds
Sorry.
flavor.
Perfect.
Jeremy Funk in the 97. He is your race leader. But last time he was on pit road was on lap 75. We are working lap 83. I don't think he can make it from here, but I don't know. Maybe he's trying to play the long game, wait for a caution. Even if a caution came out, I don't think you'd see anyone hit pit road.
I don't think so, but you never know. Do you want to come in and have that maneuverability? I mean, with the 4 tires, I guess it depends if people are coming in with you, right? You know, if everybody stays out, you stay out. But if people come in, do you come in, take those 4 tires, get that added grip so you can make those big moves? How about the run right here, run through turns 3 and 4? Everybody trying to get up there, but Logan Helton really ripping the lip on the outside with Jim Mayer, Rick Siebrands, and Dan Holloway. And your new race leader is going to be 63 of Logan Helton. When they come by, as Funk will get off of pit road. They were shot out of a cannon right there, KR.
Man, that they were. The 63 of Logan Helton leading the charge. He has taken over the top spot. Jim Mayer in the 95, Rick Siebrands in the 4, the 21 of Daniel Holloway. I don't know if you all recognize that, but that is Alliance Motorsports all running right there in the top 4.
That they are working this right to a T. And now here comes Crosby working there. Oh, trouble. Holloway gets pushed
Holloway
up.
holds on to it. Oh, Zach Workman in trouble now.
Oh, boy, the pucker moment of the race right there. And somehow we stay under green with 15 laps to go.
We stay green. Zach Workman gathered it back in. Daniel Holloway gathered it back in. It did split the field up just a little bit. Logan Helton in the 63, Jim Mayer in the 95. Here comes the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. and Zach Fritsch in the 12.
How did they hold on to it? They are still now 2 by 2. And here comes Hunter Reynolds back with a good push by the 19 of Workman. And we're going to go 3 wide for your race lead. At the stripe, it'll be the 63 of Helton leading at Siebrands down low. Siebrands, I believe, mathematically already into the round of 8. But a win will punch the ticket for sure. And that is what he's trying to do here in that number 4 down low. Hunter Reynolds, just like that, Reynolds and Workman, who was in the grass, cutting it on the infield about 1.5 laps ago. Well, he's battling for the race lead.
3 wide down the backstretch. Rick Siebrands, Logan Helton, Jeff Crosby Jr., your race leaders in their respective lanes. Then it's Hunter Reynolds, the 95 of Jim Mayer, and the 12 of Zach Fritsch. They are 3 wide into the tri-oval. We're going to have 13 laps to go. This is the final race in the round of 16. Al, I said it once before, I'm going to say it again. I'm not even betting 50 cents on who's going to win what and make it in.
All right. You can give me your 50 cents if you'd like. I'll hold on to it and give it back to you.
Oh, I can't even do that because I have no idea what's going to happen next.
Neither do I, but how about Zach Fritsch with a good push now by Travis Elliott to the outside as they are 3 by 3 by 3. 12 cars deep underneath the blanket off of turn number 4. It is Siebrands showing the way on the inside line, but the momentum to the outside. Here comes Zach Fritsch. There's 4 cars up top, giving the outside line a go at it. Across the stripe, I couldn't even tell you who's the leader.
That one was too close to call. 12 laps to go. I have a feeling we're going to have a yellow flag before we see the white flag, and that's okay. That will give everyone a chance to catch their breath, but right now they are 3 wide. Rick Siebrands has the race lead. Zach Fritsch, Logan Helton, they are challenging for it. The 4 down on the inside. Logan Helton in the middle. Zach Fritsch in the 12 on the outside lane. Oh man, the 12 drifted down to the inside, almost tagging the 63.
Almost tagged them that time. They are almost 4 wide. That's not quite going to work. 11 circuits to go here as they cross the stripe. It is Siebrands, Helton, and Fritsch. That's your top 3, and that's how they work across the front of this one. This is all jammed up and jelly tight at the front of this one, and a lot of hungry drivers that need that win to punch their ticket to the round of 8. There's some drivers that just want to play spoiler to keep those drivers from advancing. They are all underneath the blanket down the backstretch, down the Daytona super stretch. It is Logan Helton. Now the yellow flag coming out. Not sure what for, but the yellow flag
Gabe Butler, Mark Mann, they look like they're the ones in trouble. So Gabe Butler in the 88, big time damage on the front end of that race car. Mark Mann in the 04 also looked like he got a piece of it. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here to bring out the yellow flag. JD Crow drifted up off the bottom. The 04 and the 88 get caught up in it.
Turn 2 again, KR.
And that was a tough hit for some championship contenders. And you gotta feel bad for Gabe Butler because he is just not giving up, but he has been involved in so much damage here tonight.
It's not been a very fun night. I think he'll be cracking open a Guinness to try to forget about what could have been here tonight at Daytona. Is not the night that the number 88 of Butler wanted, for sure, KR.
All right, so the yellow flag comes out with 9 laps to go. So we are going to step away for a quick minute. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling. With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. 8 laps to go. We're gonna have 7 when the green flag comes out. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us here tonight. And special guest, Al. Looks like Alan Fritsch finally showed up. We've been calling him out all night long, and here he is. The 12 is up front, and Alan Fritsch is in YouTube chat.
And he brought you more popcorn.
Is that coincidence? I don't know what's going on.
Maybe Alan is driving the 12 car.
Oh, conspiracy theory. Put on the tin foil. Here we go.
I just borrowed some from Hunter Reynolds.
He's got 26 square feet of it.
That's right. The Ford Mustang pace car pulling off of the pit, or coming down the pit road. Green flag is back up, and we're back underway with 7 laps to go to decide this one here at Daytona. Everybody pull those belts tight one more time. This is gonna get rowdy here with the final stage, the final 7 laps here tonight of the round of 16. Who's gonna make it in, and who's gonna be playing spoiler come next week?
Logan Helton in the 63. He would love to pick up the wins from here on out, but Zach Fritsch in the 12, finding himself on the outside lane. Sometimes that is the preferred spot to be. But Zach Fritsch comes into tonight's race digging hard to be into the championship 8, well below the cutoff line when this race started. Rick Siebrands out of shape. Jim Mayer, the BK Anderson. Oh, they are all making contact. Yellow flag comes out. And this one is going to slow down once again. I'm not sure who all got caught up in that one.
Jim Mayer involved. Siebrands, Zach Workman also involved in that one here through the tri-oval. And what was a wreck that didn't seem wanted to happen, until it did.
All right, we have backed it up just a little bit too far, but that's okay. Into turns 3 and 4, the 4 of Rick Siebrands. Down on the bottom, the 63 of Logan Helton, the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Here they come off of turn number 4 onto the front stretch. And
looks like
no, I backed that up maybe way too much.
I was gonna say, I'm watching it on my screen here, KR. It's a little bit further ahead than yours. Looks like maybe Fritsch had a little bit of a push from behind it, upset the car, shot him left to the right front of Rick Siebrands' car. Siebrands did a good job of catching it for the most part until it wasn't caught.
I think I got it sorted out now.
You think?
Not much. Man, I'll tell you what, just looks like some hard racing. Everyone's so close. And everyone just making a little bit of contact here and there as they battled for their positions.
I mean, how that wasn't bigger, only to involve maybe 5 cars at most, is beyond me, but that's what they did.
All right, well, we got a couple good shots there once I realized where it happened. So yellow flag is out once again. So let's step away for a quick moment and allow me and Al to catch our breath, and we will bring you the rest of the race here tonight. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is KR Stolfus. In the booth with me is Al Smith, and we are bringing you the final few laps here in the final race in the round of 16. The Daytona Nights 250 will set the championship 8 for next week's race. Lights are out on the Ford Mustang. It pulls onto pit road as fast as it can. Zach Fritsch, Logan Helton lead the field to the green flag. 3 laps to go. Our first attempt at overtime.
It is not. It's a natural green-white checkered KR.
My bad.
Yeah, we're keeping you on your toes. Quick math. Yep, that's why we don't do that. Zach Fritsch jumping out to the race lead. He would love to see that white flag come out, followed by a quick yellow flag that would lock himself in. Tyler or Travis Elliott right to the back bumper. Will Elliott stay there? Will he help Fritz make it into the round of 8? Anthony English going to swing to the outside. Here comes Sean McGarrett. Momentum building up on the down the backstretch. Here comes Logan Helton. He'll push to the backside of English. Right now, Helton trying to get up there to take and knock Zach Fritz out of the championship round of 8. White flag is up. It's the final lap presented by Butt Kicker.
Here they come. Final time around. 1 lap to go. And now you're right. They are going to get it done here in their scheduled distance. The 12 of Zach Fritsch, your race leader, down the into turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. Here comes the 44 of Anthony English. Can he upset our championship contenders and pull off a race win? They are side by side into turns 3 and 4.
Momentum building back to the inside. Fritsch with a bumper now out to the race lead. He'll have to keep it low. Here comes Anthony English with a great push by Logan Helton. It's going to come down to the line, and at the line, English is going to win it. Fritsch will come home second just by a bumper cap. Logan Helton third as there is chaos afterwards in the heartbreak for the Fritsch camp. Going into the white flag lap. It was into the championship round of 8, and now we'll have to see, did he earn enough points here tonight and outpoint others to make it in to the round of 8.
Anthony English picks up the win regardless of what the point status of the 12 is. How about that? A non-championship contender upsets all of the other drivers. Logan Helton in the 63 already in. Sebastian Marin in as well. And now it comes down to the points as the 44 starts to burn it down. He is our race winner here tonight. And Al, I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to let you talk to our race winner. You feel up to it?
I feel up to it. I might be a little rusty.
The race winner, the 44 of Anthony English.
English coming out of the car, and Anthony, where did you come from? You had a fast car all night long, but that last lap you just shot out of a cannon.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, I can't. You still have to bear with me a minute. My heart is beating a million miles a minute. Oh my lord, KR, Al. Whew. Shit, dude. Sorry.
It's all good, raw emotion right here, man. That was. I tell KR each and every week that I don't know how y'all do it for as long as you do it, with running tight, side drafting, bump drafting, all that you have to do to get here and to pick up a win on a Monday night, man. That's not an easy task.
This is absolutely huge. This is probably one of my biggest wins ever. So, especially coming back in. I've had really bad. The last couple seasons have been terrible. I mean, I've had a couple good finishes here or there, but for Monday night they've been absolutely terrible. So this is huge for the end of the season here. Let's hope to just like keep it up and keep the momentum going in next year, and maybe have a better run with these guys. Kind of be in the playoffs, have a little bit more fun, you know.
It's always fun, but it absolutely would be probably more fun if, like you said, you were in that championship. But hey, I can tell you this, that Logan Helton, this is where he kicked off his run last season. So I think it can happen for you too, my friend.
Well, I owe this all for Logan. I think Hunter was a little bit damaged, and that bottom line got moving. As soon as I got clear Logan, I popped up and he hooked up in the back, and he stayed loyal those last 2 laps, and he pushed the hell out of me. I mean, this is all thanks to Logan.
Well, man, what a great race this was. Congratulations on picking up the win here tonight. Who makes it all possible behind the scenes for this 44 to get you here to victory lane?
I'd like to thank Buck Wild Racing for bringing me on. It's been a really bad season for all of us, so at least one of us can say we got a W in this season. And then it comes down to you guys. I really up in the booth, KR, Al, you guys do an awesome job every week. Just amazing. Everybody OP that puts on the show, works behind the scenes and everything, they do great. They put up with all our crap week in, week out, and we still come out and beat everybody's fenders off for wins, and it's awesome. And first off, everybody watches, all my family, my friends, my girlfriend Rachel, who puts up with me doing this all the time. And then definitely big shout out to Logan again for the push in there. I couldn't have done it without him. And I have to say I'm sorry, Zach. I know he needed a win, I think, there to get through, but you got to take him when you got him, when you get a chance to. And hell yeah, man.
Well, congratulations to this one. Go crack open a nice cold Mountain Dew and enjoy this one here tonight. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you in 1 week's time at the next one, which I believe is at Talladega. Good luck there. We hope to talk to you there, but congratulations on picking up the win here tonight.
Thank you, guys.
There you go, KR. That is your race winner, Anthony English in the 44. Playing spoiler here tonight. And I believe you've caught up with possibly our second or third place finisher.
I have caught up with our second place finisher, and that is none other than the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How about yourself, KR?
Well, we just went through 100 laps here at Daytona, so I'm not as tired as you gotta be.
I'm not tired at all. Let's go for another 100.
Al says no.
Al, come on, Al. You know you want to do another 100.
KR's out of popcorn.
This is also true. All right, so Zach, this race car was fast all night long. You bring it home in second place. Maybe a must win. I'm doing some quick math here, and it looks like you're pretty borderline.
Yeah. That was the mentality to going in. It was a must win. I've seen how far I was. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, if I'm in, great. If I'm not in, it's all right still too. Still had a good season. Can't be upset or mad about it. So I'll still be happy with either of the outcome.
Well, the 12 is, a threat to win week in and week out. Always running up front. And you come into the final few races of a season with those shots at a championship. So, Zach, tell us a little bit more about your talent level, because we always talk about you.
Well, I appreciate it. Stop making me blush over here. Can't believe you guys are trying to make me blush. No, I mean, my mentality at the beginning of the season, last season I got lucky enough with a win. Like some drivers like to call it a Mickey win, where you're not supposed to win, but you win. That's exactly what happened, I feel like, last season. I ended up finishing 30th in points, even with my win. But since I had my win, I was able to get in the playoffs no matter what. And it was just disappointing. So I hated, basically just, lack of production there, execution. So this season, just had a different mentality. It was like, look, I'm going to do everything I can to stay up front. I mean, at one point, I was second in the most bonus points. That was pretty incredible, considering I hardly went for bonus points last season. So, I mean, that's what I tried, and I ended up doing really great. And then obviously when the playoffs started, these first two races kind of hurt me a little bit. But this third one, who knows? We'll see what happens with this third one. Maybe it got me the win, or maybe it got me in, maybe it didn't.
Well, either way, you give a love tap to your fellow competitors. So, Zach, nice job here tonight. Giving it all you had, man. I don't think you left anything out on the table. And final time shout-outs, thank yous.
Shout out to you two for joining the broadcast. We appreciate you, obviously, having you two out here. Can't wait to rewatch it. My dad probably shouts you out too, considering what he told me when it happened. So definitely shouts you out for that one. Shout out to OP and all of its admins. Shout out to Butt Kicker, sponsoring all three of our series. Been a great pleasure to have them on board with us. Shout out to my team, Flat Out Motorsports. We almost got the dub for us. Just thank everybody that's watching out there, my stream and the YouTube chat. Thank you all for tuning in every week, and hope you guys like the show, and make sure you guys come on back next Monday.
All right, there you have it. Zach Fritsch bringing it home in second place. Al, I think you've caught up to our final step on the podium.
I've caught up with the 63 of the kid, Logan Helton. And, Logan, coming home in that third spot here tonight. Locked yourself in early into the round of 8. looking forward to that. But what a good run, showing some more speed that we've seen all season long out of the 63 automobile here tonight.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun there. It seems like on that last restart, Hunter had some damage and couldn't help us out. And Stinks, I was really hoping to maybe get another win out here, get 2 in a row. But we just, I saw Anthony come up in front of me there on the back stretch. And I mean, I knew what I had to do. I mean, there was no way I could go high and pass him and have enough speed. So I just stuck to Anthony and I full throttled the whole way around and hoped to get him a win, and it seemed to work out.
Did it come into play that knowing that the 12 has had speeds all season long as well, and if you push the 44 to that victory lane, it could possibly keep the 12 out of the round of 8?
It did. I knew that if he won, obviously he'd be into the next round, and I didn't know if he was a win or not, but my job as a playoff driver is to try and make sure no other playoff drivers win races besides me. And I know that sounds selfish, but that's what you got to do in these playoff style leagues. So I saw Anthony wasn't in the playoffs, and I know he hadn't won in a while, so I thought I'd go ahead and just give him a favor or just help him out there and try and get him a win.
Well, you're going to move on to the round of 8, which starts next week at the Talladega Super Speedway. Very wide, very big racetrack. What's the outlook going to be there for you? And what's it going to take to keep the 63's momentum going into the round of 8?
Well, my strategy for the round of 8 has pretty much been the same the whole time. And it's kind of weird to say this, but ever since I started racing on Mondays in OP, I've had a 100% record of making it to the round of 8. And only like a 40% record of making it to the final 4. So I guess it kind of works because it kind of doesn't. It's just to qualify up front and stay up front. It's you got to get your points, and if you get wrecked, you get wrecked, because you can't afford to just be sitting in the back waiting for stuff to happen. So that's just my strategy. Just get up front, stay up front, get points, and win some races.
Well, you've had that mentality all season long. It has worked. Why change it now, heading into the final 3 races of the season? But man, coming home on the podium in a threat for the win yet once again. Who makes it all possible for the 63 automobile?
Just thanks to Justin Rowden for this amazing paint scheme. Nexus Esports being on the car. I'd like to thank you guys at Turn 3 Racing Network for broadcasting the race. Thanks to my team, Alliance Motorsports, with Rick, Mark, Daniel, and Jim. They're a lot of fun to race with, and they're great teammates. I'd like to thank my family friends for watching the race, and I'd like to thank my chili and Gatorade I had before the race.
That sounds very good there for a pre-race meal.
As we're switching it up a little bit.
Well, congratulations on the 3rd place here tonight. We look forward to seeing the 63 and you out at Talladega Super Speedway in 1 week's time. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you at the next one.
Thank you guys very much.
There you go. That is your 3rd place finisher, Kara. That is Logan Helton, and he will move on to the round of 8 and look for the divide into the round of 4, the championship 4, which is just 3 weeks away. Hard to believe that we're already almost done with season number 9.
That it is. Let's get through these final race results here quickly. Anthony English picked up the race win. Zach Fritsch brings it home 2nd. Logan Helton 3rd. Travis Elliott 4th. David Overstreet in the 99 rounds out your top 5.
6th spot will go to Hunter Reynolds. Sean McCara comes home 7th. Tyler Miller with a nice rebound will come home 24th. Les Levy 9th, and Kody Neagles rounding out your top 10.
Daniel Holloway in 11th. 12th goes to Workman. Peter deBorja 13th. 14th, Dan Harrington. And Eric Laurie in 15th spot.
16th, we'll go to Jeff Crosby, JD Crow 17th in the number 2. Sebastian Marin, BK Anderson, and Jim Mayer rounding out your 18th, 19th, and 20th positions.
Jeremy Funk, Rick Siebrands, Vicente Guerrero, Rob Connors, and Zach Workman in 25th spot.
26th is going to go to Gabe Butler. Jimmy Reynolds will come home 27th. Sean Stevens out early. This one will come home 28th. Chase Berry and Ernie Williams will make up your 30-car field. The show will pack up. They'll head to, I guess, the northwest to Talladega in 1 week's time, and it will get on there for the first race of 2 in the round of 8.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope to see you then. And well, if we don't, make sure you go ahead and let the drivers know you're still cheering for them one way or another. So until then, y'all have a good night, stay safe, and thank you very much for joining us on this one, and we will see you next week.